Alright, so this is just an update to my Alien Quasar deck, because there's a lot of new cards that came out and some cards that were unbanned, or no, really, it's just new cards that came out that make this deck a lot more viable. Like back when I first made this, Supply Squad wasn't a card yet, and having a good continuous spell card that you can include in this deck really helps out a lot, because you're going to be returning them a lot to your hand to generate A counters with Cosmic Fortress. Besides Supply Squad, there's one other card that makes this deck 100 times more viable, and that's Excel Synchron. Excel Synchron is a tuner synchro monster, just like Formula Synchron, except he's level 5, which means you can go into him with a normal Alien Armanite and one of your level 4 alien monsters. It used to be, well, it still is really, for most Quasar decks you go into 2 level 5 monsters and then Formula Synchron, because that was like the easiest way to do it, or the only way to do it. Formula Synchron was the only synchro tuner monster in the game for a long time, but there's a whole bunch of other ones now. I even have Photon Pulse Dragon in here. But if you go into Excel Synchron, since you do that super easy, which is, Alien Armanite, one of the level 4 monsters, you can send a junk Synchron from your deck to the graveyard to reduce or increase his level by, one of your Synchron monsters. Obviously, you're going to reduce it by 2. That way he goes to become a level 2 monster, and you can combine him, once he becomes a level 2 monster, with your 2 Cosmic Fortress Dragons, and then go into Quasar.